Alright, so today I've got a big operation going on. I'm tumbling rocks. I'm in the middle of that right now. And I've got some concentrates. They're from New Mexico, Northern California, Arizona, desert, above Lake Pleasant, and up near the Bradshaw Mountains, not real far from Prescott. So I've got all these, and I've had them in the garage for a while, and I'm going to go ahead and process them. They were just sitting there, and I thought, well, I can make a video, and not only that, I can get some gold, because on these trips I had good values. And in fact, the New Mexico and the ones from up near Prescott are from before I started making videos, so it's over a year ago. And so I'll go ahead and get everything ready, and then we'll have a look at some of the material, and I'll show you some of the rocks I'm tumbling as well. Alright, so the operation is about to commence. Now I took my Lorton down for a little bit so I could show you some stones I'm rolling, and I'm telling you, I've got bags of them, and they're beautiful, especially the pastelite. I always wet my concentrates really well, and then I've got this set up. Turn that on momentarily, but I've got plastic beads in here. You can see some of the stuff I've got going on, and this pastelite makes really nice pendants. So let's see what I got. For example, we've got this going. I've got this beautiful jasper, and that's almost shaped like a darn chicken heart, but it's veined with iron as well as quartz. The pastelite is a pretty neat looking stone. I've got much better pieces where they're green and such. This is some material that I still had laying around, and that's really what I'm doing today, is I'm grabbing stuff that, you know, I've had laying around, and hopefully it'll pleasantly surprise me. Here's some more pastelite. These are only on the second stage, so they're still in, you know, fairly rough form. Some petrified wood, and a piece of kind of dark gray pastelite. Yeah, the wood is awesome. It's really pretty. I was up near Holbrook. I actually got some decent specimens from there as well. So, there's some more of the material. Just really pretty. And this is very early on. So see if I got anything else. I have lots of this material tumbled. That is great. The pastelite is really, I've got several really nice pieces that could be pendant-like. If you see you can probably see the red in there, almost an orange red. I try to find those, and I do have some of those that are already polished. And get this bugger started. Oh, and we are in action. Let it circulate a little. So work that reasonable amount of Dawn dishwashing liquid, and probably tighten up my spray bar as well. And then we'll take a look at it in a bit and see what we're doing. The operation's going well. Getting on it. These are great batteries, by the way, if you find them, workers. I've used these before, and I've run an electric motor on a small boat all day out at the lake fishing. It's amazing. They really store power well, and this one is about 3 years old. It works perfectly well. I've got some up to 5 and 6 years old, and they operate perfect. And they're about $100 each, maybe 109 I think at the time, or maybe they were 89, I'm not certain, but killer batteries. I've got the Lorton in action. It's made in Washington. It's made in the United States. So you got metal workers and, you know, all kinds of other people that do good work, and I like supporting them. The Panther, oh yes. And it's actually a pretty good porter, you know, because the chocolate doesn't overwhelm it, double chocolate porter, but the chocolate doesn't, it's not overwhelming, and it's got just enough carbonation, just enough flavor. It's actually perfect. Some porters are overwhelming and they don't seem to have enough carbonation. And I'm having to adjust this with some frequency. I think you should be able to see some small pieces of gold going in there, but unfortunately I've got a little too much black sand. I got to adjust this a little more. Yeah, I may have to pull the nylon off the pump. That's too much. It'll be problematic. One thing I forgot to say also is that I screen 20 mesh when I use this. I think this is a Garrett screen, but 20 mesh seems to work perfectly well with this unit. Yeah, you can see gold, but there's too much black sand getting in there, so I'm going to have to make an adjustment. So I'm going to clean the nylon that is over the pump and get it going again. Okay, the adjustment definitely helped. See if we see any little goldies going up the line. I've seen actually quite a few. So yeah, it's going pretty well. Yeah, that Colorado stuff, those little buggers, it's just amazing. I can't wait to go this year because I'm going to spend a longer duration there. And I think I'm going to bring two 4-foot sluices. I've got my Angus McKirk, but I think I'm going to run 2 of them. And I'm hoping my brothers will come out, and God, we'll have a regular operation going on. It'll be super fun. All right, so I've broken everything down. I've got everything cleaned up. I love this thing, and I have to say that I would go completely mad without this unit, because there's no way that I can sit there and pan out those finds. I mean, I would be out here all day instead of, I don't know, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I ran it twice. Here it is. I'm sure you can see it in the light. Now, the bigger pieces are from yesterday, and you'll see that video, but I mean, some of those really, you know, that microfine gold, it's really challenging, and I just don't think I have the patience to sit there all day and pan that stuff out. So the spiral wheel is fantastic. I love it. It's paid for itself multiple of times. I mean, it's only $1,300 an ounce right now. It should be between $3,000 and $5,000. And I think when all the fiscal mischief that the banks have been indulging in for quite some time now, especially the low interest rates that punish savers, people like me, I think that I think gold, if you've got the metals, gold and silver, silver will follow it as a poor man's gold. Not only that, the silver mines, look at dedicated silver mines and just overall numbers and who's really buying the silver. I've got a lot of good silver coin. I've been collecting it for many years and just stockpiling it. And my latest treasure chest of, I think, about 57 pounds has been tucked away. So it's awesome. All right, just to finish up what we were on yesterday, we're going to do a weigh. We've got one container that's completely empty. We'll tear it off. We should be able to weigh our gold, and we have 3 grams even. That's amazing. That's perfect. And there we are. So there it is. Save your black sand. Yeah, no matter where you're at, if you see super fine gold in there, always save it. Because a lot of that, the vast majority of it was very fine gold.